Hey, buddy.
David, now that you got YouTube money, what finer things in life have you started to enjoy?
Doing crack a lot more often now.
Yeah, right,
You know
of
what
course.
I'm saying? Just hit that.
Yeah, as you do.
I mean, really, like I said, I have a 19-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. Putting a 19-year-old through college. Like, the money that actually comes in from everything that I'm doing, I'm just making sure I'm making some smart investments along the way and stacking for that rainy day.
Do you have your RC? Do you have your RC track in place yet?
Oh, I haven't?
He's teasing it. We had another guest. I asked a similar question. I was like,
That's a real blue chip stock. You want to get in on that early. It's the RC racetrack in the backyard that costs like 60 grand. Like,
100.
100 grand.
Hold on, wait. You are kidding, right?
Yeah.
We had a guest who took 100 grand and made a remote control race car track in their backyard.
Yeah, she said, like, I remember because we were asking, we're like, what are you investing in? And she's like, an RC track or RC track or something. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was my impression for like the next half hour that, okay, she's investing in, I guess, Tonka or one of those little like truck companies that makes Hot Wheels, something like that, electric cars for kids. And then I found out that there was no investing. It was just I purchased a 6-figure RC car track in my backyard. And then I'm like, oh, okay, so it's like go-karts. You hop in, you drive around. And then the final plummet, I was like, oh my God, these are remote control cars in your backyard? You could have bought a real supercar for that money. That's legal on the road.
The biggest piece of it, she bought a skid steer, which is a piece of construction equipment to like maintain the track, and that was the most expensive part. But yeah, she and I thought it was interesting because she was a real popular, like Twitch, YouTube personality, and I have the same mindset that you do, that this stuff doesn't last forever, So what are you doing about tomorrow? And God, it sounds terrible to say it, but I feel like that's doubly true on the girl side because it helps to be pretty, right? Damon, you're going to be just as good looking 10 years from now. But
well, he's going to be worth more, so probably even better looking.
10 years from now, I will respect your hamburger review even more than I do today.
Right.
Because you'll be a more experienced, more tenured burger taster. And you'll be better behind the and not that that's all you do. You'll be better behind the camera. You'll be better in front of the camera. You'll be better behind the microphone. You'll be a better version of you. But if you're
now, you're like Roger Ebert in the early '80s, very respectable, but you can really soar to the top over the next couple decades in the fast food review world.
But if you were like a 27-year-old pretty girl, 10 years from now, you'll be a whole different you.
Yeah, unfortunately so. And it's not necessarily, it's not that it's a worse you, it's just a less marketable you, unfortunately.
Perfect.
And that's just the world we live in,
Yeah, so I was really fascinated about how she was packing away for the future. It turned south.
Yeah, we're assholes.
It's unfortunate, but these things do happen.
You should make
you come into a lot of money the fast way, and you're gonna pretty much blow it on everything under the sun.
Damon, make
Before
a
you know
second
it,
channel.
You fall ass backwards into a $100,000 children's track in your backyard.
Yeah,
you could give me $100 billion, and at no opportunity would it even cross my mind to build an RC track in my backyard. I would have moats and catapults and trebuchets and whole armories of medieval warfare shit before I even crossed my mind to get a remote control car. Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
I guess so.
Makes sense to me.
That was outrageous to me as well.